So Buzz going down to the lunar module and preparing to land on the ground. You had a series of nominal situations, a series of malfunctions, a series of alarms that went off. Krantz was debating whether you had enough comm to actually continue the landing.
Houston, would you have Columbia go to the high game? We lost all data when it came over.
You had spotty radar data and the lemon missing control. You had a 1202 computer overload. You landed long, well past your rehearsed landing sites.
Well, we did land long, but that was Neil's fault.
When you were putting that thing down, you were 15 seconds from running out of fuel.
Yeah.
Where was your mind between elation that you still had a little fuel left, or fear that you were approaching the end of your fuel supply?
Peaceful at 16 seconds. Mine were the first words from the movie. Contact light.
Contact light?
Engine stop.
Okay, engine stop.
My remembrance is I patted him on the shoulder. He says we shook hands. Who knows?
What do you say, dude? The Eagle has landed.
Rocket point 912, we copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
When Neil set Buzz down there on the surface of the moon, they set down so gently that the planned compression of hydraulic shocks underneath it failed to compress. And that made that first step a true giant leap.
At the bottom of the ladder is not the lunar surface. There's a big pad.
Somebody stop.
The only magic at the cottage is the magic of Christmas. The magic of togetherness. It's a special place.
And you were right. It's the traditions, the memories that make it that way.
See Tuesday on ABC. Stick around later for Jimmy Fallon as he welcomes David Spade tonight.
She didn't deserve this. It's torture over months and months and months. There's a lot of ways to kill someone. I've never seen anything like this.
A devastating mystery illness.
She wasn't more pain. She was in excruciating pain.
It's all one thing. It's a lot.
Like a zombie.
Like a zombie.
I knew she was gone.
What was happening to this young mom?
So when you're saying this,
More like a cat. Someone said, could this be a poison?
this is the kind of stuff that was used by Russian KGB agents. Who in their right mind would even think of this?
You need to search those computers. You need to search those phones.
This is being done for her own purpose, and she is in danger.
This evil came into our lives. How can this be?
A murderous plot. A confounding mystery. Could anyone solve it in time? I'm Lester Holt, and this is Dateline. Here's Natalie Morales with the Prussian Wood Mystery.
From the moment the ambulance arrived at the San Diego emergency room in March 2018, the situation was frightening and desperate. Triage nurse Laura Comstock took one look at the young woman on the gurney and knew something was terribly, terribly wrong.
She was losing her vision. She couldn't feel her extremities, her feet, and her hands. She couldn't even see the water that I was giving her.
The patient's name was Brigida Uto. She had just turned 28, yet she seemed to be near death.
At that point, I mean, she was very, very sick. She was probably the sickest patient in the ER at that time. I had told my coworkers that, she might code on me.
Whatever was killing Brigida wasn't evident. There were no bruises, no wounds, no obvious signs of infection. And yet, when Dr. Jeff Lapointe examined her,
She was critically ill. She was very ill.
so began an unusual detective story. First, the doctors had to unravel a medical mystery. And soon enough, real detectives would be on the case too. But at that moment, Looking for clues, Dr. Lapointe dove into her medical records, and they were extensive. Brigida had been suffering for months. Nausea, fatigue, excruciating pain. She'd been in and out of doctors' offices and ERs repeatedly. Her sister Olga said Brigida's illness would come on suddenly.
She was often violently sick. Had to call out from work and just sick for days.
Various doctors had come up with theories, from fibroids to cancer.
There was one doctor that actually told her that, oh, you just have really bad menstrual cramps. Because she thought, like, one of her symptoms, she felt that her ovaries were about to fall out of her body. And she called me and she told me this and she was crying and she was upset. She's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm frustrated because no one can tell us what is wrong with her.
Brigida had wondered if stress could be making her sick. She had a toddler to chase around. Husband in the Navy was trying to find a new career and a new job teaching special ed. It was thrilling, but overwhelming. So doctors put her on medication for depression. But then she got sick again.
Then she kept going to the doctors. And she kept feeling worse and worse and worse. And then she started losing a lot of weight.
Brigida's mom, also named Olga, felt helpless as her daughter's illness progressed.
Were you getting more and more worried seeing your daughter waste away?
Oh, yes. I guess she was getting tired of going to the doctors and then finding nothing. She said, Mom, I give up. I'm not going to go to the doctors anymore. I said, no, you can't. You have to go back. You can't give up. She was not even walking normally anymore.
Just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, a disturbing new symptom.
I went next door to see her. And we ended up on her kitchen floor. And she was crying to me. And she said she had pulled out a chunk of her hair. Like just in the shower. It came out.
Brigida's beautiful dark brown locks started falling out by the fistful.
When you're seeing her lose her hair,
Yeah.
she felt like that